Hey everyone, this is Joey Yap here, and welcome to Forge in Fire, a very special series that I'm doing here on Facebook and YouTube, where I invite some of my very good friends, entrepreneurs, speakers, thought leaders to share some of their ideas on how they manage themselves, manage their lives, and lead others in times of crisis. And tonight, I have a very, very special guest. I've known Adam Khoo since I think about 2005, 2006, at the time where we shared the same platform, speaking for Utah here in Malaysia. Now, for some of you who don't know who Adam is, he's an entrepreneur, a prolific author, and a master trainer teaching in stocks and forex trading. And he's known as one of Asia's top wealth guru. And I'm very pleased to have him here with us. I'm inviting him here to share the stage right now. Hi, Adam. How are you?
Hi, Joey. Yeah, great to see you. Great to see everyone. Thanks for inviting me.
Good to see you here. Thank you so much. How are things in Singapore?
Things are not bad because in Singapore, they don't call it a lockdown. They call it circuit breaker. So it's half year.
You guys have all the fancy names, you know.
Yeah, fancy names, yeah. So actually, we agree we can actually go out, no problem. It's just that you have to come back quick. That's it. So it's not as strict as Malaysia. Not as strict as Malaysia.
It's really strict, like all the police is on the roads and all that, like tell you to go home and you can't get like 10 kilometers away from your house.
Yeah. Right. You guys are really strict.
Yeah, so you guys so got used to it. Ours for the first week was like really terrible. Like every day you see four walls, don't know what to do.
Yeah, that's right. It depends. Like my children are enjoying it. They say, oh, I don't need to go to school. They're so happy. They are learning from home. So they are very happy. Right. I'm okay because normally I actually work a lot from home anyway. My wife is the only one that's happy because she can't go out and meet her friends and do shopping.
So you working from home is quite normal for entrepreneurs like yourself.
Yeah, most of my work now is online. In fact, 90% of my work now is online. So yeah,
so no big change.
Not much big change actually.
One of the things that a lot of people ask us, because we all do a lot of events, right? So how did you handle your events? Were there any post moments and all that, or live events?
Actually, interesting is that I used to travel a lot, right? And then what happened is about 3 years ago, my wife started complaining and say, you travel so much, you don't spend time at home. So 3 to 4 years ago, I started to do more online teaching, more online courses.
Right.
Even before this crisis started. So before this crisis started, I already cut down my traveling by 90% already.
Right.
So I personally don't do much live events anymore actually now. I do in Singapore, I do in Malaysia, I do in Vietnam. Very little. Most of it's online now. So they're not really
a lot in Vietnam and different countries. And Vietnam was with Richard Branson, the one that you guys organized.
Yeah. So what happened was before the lockdown, I actually had 2 live events, one in Singapore, one in Malaysia, where they all signed up already, right? So when the lockdown happened, I told my Malaysian students, I said, okay, I can give you a full refund, but if you still want to learn, I'll teach you everything online. And nobody wants a refund.
Right. I think it's the same now. Online is so good. Right?
Yeah. So all the live students got converted to the online thing. Excellent. And then I said, after it's over, I'll still do the live one for you. I'll still do the live one.
Really good. That's fantastic. Right? I'm so glad that we live in this era where we can actually, do online, and we can even do this interview right now from the comfort of our own home.
Yeah.
Right. Now, for those who are from part of my community here, some of them may not know so much about your work and what's your message about wealth, because you teach about wealth. You have a wealth academy that's really, really popular. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so my business is basically in education as well as investing, right? So my education business, we do everything from children's education, corporate training, and financial training, where we teach people how to invest and how to trade the financial markets, right? So that's the education part. Then the second part is the investing part, where I invest my own money, I invest my own company money. So I focus mainly on equities. I invest in stocks, as well as property, but through REITs, right? I don't invest in physical property, but through REITs, and I also trade options and forex and all those things. So
interesting.
That's how what I do. Yeah.
Wow, you're good at what you do, man. And now tell us, what is the most productive way to spend time during this quarantine, in your opinion?
I think, I always believe, look at everything as an opportunity. And I think for many people, they always say that I want to learn something, I want to upgrade myself, I got no time, I got no. Yeah, so I say to these people, I say, this is God's gift to you, right? So this is your gift. This is your gift where now you have 30 days to spend time on yourself, right? To invest in yourself. So don't waste it, right? So some of us are still working from home with our company, but now we have a lot of time because we don't have to spend time traveling.
Yeah.
We don't have to spend time with a lot of useless meetings. So take this extra time to really upgrade your skills, upgrade yourself.
I mean, after this, these people got excuse to say they got no time. I really don't know what to say,
Yeah, correct. So use this opportunity, and you can again do it. You get so many things you can learn, but I would suggest learn things that can upgrade your professional skills at the same time to create new stream of income, right? Like learn e-commerce, internet marketing, investing, trading, and all those things.
This is the time for it. Where else would they find time, isn't it? This is the perfect time.
And especially spend time with your family. Use this opportunity to go and bond and really spend time with your children, your
Absolutely.
spouse.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now tell me, I know you're an optimistic person and you've always have been one. Tell me, right now around the world, do you see this as a recession or depression? What do you think?
Okay, we are already in a recession, right? We are already in a recession. So recession is defined as a GDP contraction of 2 quarters. So very obvious, we are already in recession. That's confirmed. The question is, how long will the recession last? How long will it last? To me, I think the good thing is that US is now taking this seriously. They're beginning to lock things down already, right? China already opening up already. So China, if you go to China now, Starbucks open, McDonald's open, all going back to normal already, right? So you can see that it started in China in January, and because the Chinese take it so seriously, they lock everyone down. In 2 months, they settle everything already, count him already.
Right.
Everything. So I say, if everyone take it seriously, lock everything down, 2 months, count him everything. Okay. So the good news is now US starting to take it seriously, and their curve is starting to flatten in terms of the new cases and all those things.
Right.
So China, US, don't worry too much. All right. Europe, UK also they are really clamping down. So I also don't worry too much. I'm more concerned with the emerging markets like Indonesia. I'm concerned with India. India. We don't have the healthcare system to support, and we don't have the testing. So a lot of people are infected and they don't know. So
this is a problem right now.
I'm not worried. Yeah, developed countries I think will bounce back very, very fast. But it's the emerging markets that is worrying.
That's a very good thing to hear, because I think a lot of people are just infinitely pessimistic, and that's actually not good for the entire economy, right? It's good to hear your point of view. Now tell me, what is the biggest myth when it comes to investing in times of crisis that you commonly hear right now, and how do you debunk that?
Well, maybe I share some common mistakes of investing. Okay.
Right.
So I always say that why people lose money in investing, all right? Few reasons. Number one is they buy the wrong company. Okay. So remember that when you buy a stock, you're not buying lottery ticket, you're buying a business. Okay. So the first thing is to always make sure you buy a very, very good business. Okay.
Correct.
So I tell you one mistake people make. Now people tell me, oh Adam, now I want to go buy airlines. Airline stock drop a lot. I want to buy the oil and gas, drop a lot. I want to buy the those Royal Caribbean cruise, drop a lot.
Right.
For me, I'll never touch those kind of businesses. Okay, why? Right. Because these businesses are losing millions of dollars every day. Okay, their balance sheets are very weak. They have got a lot of debt on their balance sheet. They got very little cash left, and their sales and profit really gonna hantam because of this thing. So a lot of them will go bankrupt. Okay, those that will survive will still take quite a long time to recover back to where they were. Right. So I won't touch this kind of companies. Right. So the companies
look at the actual balance sheet and look at the finance Right. A lot of people don't do their homework.
Correct. So I buy companies where their sales and profits is not affected by the lockdown. In fact, their sales and profit should be better in the lockdown. Okay. So I give example like every day you're at home, you work from home. What must you do? You must still use software. Right?
Yeah.
So you're still paying Microsoft subscription, you're still using cloud computing. So cloud computing services went up 700%, you know, because of the lockdown. So you buy like Microsoft. You know, every day we go online to search. We still watch things on YouTube. So YouTube and Google is owned by Alphabet, right? So these are the companies I buy that will benefit from the lockdown. The longer we stay, the more money Microsoft will make, Google will make, Netflix will make, right?
Makes sense.
At the same time, yeah, and Facebook also, right? At the same time, these companies have very strong balance sheets. They got little or no debt.
Right.
They got a lot of cash. All right. So the first thing is to make sure you buy these kind of businesses.
Right.
Okay.
Actually, it makes very good sense because most people just buy because they heard some neighbor say it's good. That's the problem.
Yeah. So I give you an example, right?
Yeah.
It's like you got two people, both got langgar by truck. Okay, wrong. Two people. Okay. First person got hit by a truck. He's in a coma. Okay. Person in a coma. Don't know whether he'll recover or not. Right. The second person only got a slight headache. So take 3 MC. Who will you hire as your employee?
The second one.
The one who just got a headache, right?
Yeah.
Because he recover very fast. The fellow who gets coma, you don't know whether he recover or not. Right?
That's true. Good example.
Yeah. So
I would like your example. That's very good. It's true. Actually,
yeah, so I said that, yeah. So is what you buy.
Right. So the average person, right now, because they are stressed right now because they're worried about things happening. How should they preserve their wealth right now in times of crisis? What do you think?
To me, it's not about preserving your wealth now. To me, it's really about being using this opportunity to build your wealth. Okay. Because you see, how do you create a lot of wealth, right? Like I built my wealth in the stock market over the last 26 years I've been investing, right? By buying good companies when they are very, very discounted. Buy good companies selling at a big discount, all right? When they're selling 20%, 50% below their intrinsic value. So the first thing is you must know how to identify good business. Number two, you must know how to value the business. You must know how to calculate what is the real value, right? So when is a good business selling at a discount? Not during good times. It's during bad times. Not when people are optimistic and confident, when people are fearful, which is now, right?
Now, perfect time.
Yeah, and this kind of thing happen once every 10 or 20 years, you know.
Yeah, and this was a big one right now.
Yeah. Actually, this one is not as big. Like 20 years ago was the dot-com crash.
Right.
Okay. I just graduated. And during the dot-com crash, I managed to buy Apple at $15.
Wow.
Right? That was over $300. And they did the share many times, right? 10 years ago, during the financial crisis, I bought, UOB, the bank, from $24, bought it at $8.
Wow.
All right. I bought Microsoft at $17.
Wow.
Right. So this kind of thing happened once every 10 or 20 years, right? And now it's happening again. All right. So this is the time. If you've got spare cash, again, always make sure you invest with spare cash. Don't go and mortgage your mother's house. Don't buy jewelry.
This is so important to tell them because people think this like, wow, they hunt up everything.
No. Make sure you have enough for yourself, your living expenses to cover first. Then extra.
You use your food money to buy this lah. That's in other words.
Yeah. Extra invest, right? And I tell people always say, hey, is it the bottom? Is it the bottom?
Yeah, this question.
No one knows. Okay. Yeah. Now, we hit a bottom last week. From the top of the market, the US market S&P 500, it dropped 36% already. Okay. Now, if you look at the last 100 years, there's been 21 bear markets in the last 100 years. Okay.
Right.
The average bear market is actually 36% drop. Average. But of course, it has dropped until 50% also during the financial crisis. So last week, we dropped 36%. And to me, that is the bottom already. So in fact, last week, I started buying a lot of shares. In fact, I'm buying every day now.
You're buying now, right?
Yeah. Today, I was buying also, right? But again, Could we go up and go back down to another bottom? Of course, it's possible. It's definitely possible that we go down another bottom. That's why when you invest, you don't one time all in. It is not
Don't
poker.
silent lah. Yeah, don't go all out lah.
You don't do that, right?
Yeah.
You always do dollar cost averaging. So you always buy a bit in stages,
Yes.
right? So if you got $100, invest 20 first.
Right.
Then if it goes lower, right, you buy more. Like you keep averaging down lower. Now, if you buy good companies, it will definitely go higher eventually.
Yeah.
Guaranteed. But of course, if you buy lousy companies, they will drop and never come back lah. So that's why you must know which one to buy. That's very important. Yeah. And if you don't know which one to buy, just buy the index. Just buy the index ETF, which is the top 500 companies. That one will go up eventually.
Over time, that's the safest bet, right? Over time.
It will definitely. Yeah, you see, people have to understand that, especially in the US market, the stock market will definitely go up, guaranteed 100% eventually. In 1 year, 2 years, it will definitely be higher. Okay, why? Because they have got this thing called the Federal Reserve. The Federal Reserve has the ability to print unlimited money. Okay, so what they did, they cut interest rates to zero.
Yeah,
they are printing unlimited money. They take the money, okay, they give it to people, they give it to businesses. Not only that, but the Federal Reserve is using the money to buy government bonds. They buy corporate bonds, and now they are also going to buy stocks, you know. So can you imagine? It's like you have got the Akong, the Akong got unlimited money. Akong can buy all the stocks, you know. So they will definitely make it go up, man. Especially this year's election year. This year's Trump's election year.
Yeah.
He will do anything to pump it up.
Do whatever he can and keep it up, right?
Yeah, he will definitely go up, man. Okay? So it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
So now, in view of that, what are the skill set and mindsets that you think the average person must adopt, especially during this circuit breaker and MCO here in Malaysia? What should they acquire right now? What skill set and mindset that is necessary to do this?
To do this investing, is it?
Yeah.
The first thing is, whether it's in business or investing, it's all about your psychology. So your psychology is about managing your emotions. So this has been said many, many times, right? By Warren Buffett. You must be greedy when others are fearful. Fearful when others are greedy. You see, if you do what everyone do, you will get what everyone get. If you think how everyone think, you'll be like everyone. Okay.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, the US stock market has been around for 227 years. Since 1992. Okay. Wow. It has gone through World War I, World War II, Great Depression, financial crisis, dot-com crash, oil crash, Europe. There's always been problems in the world. But the stock market always go higher. Why? Because businesses always become more productive. Businesses always grow. Apple will sell more things in the future. Nike will sell more things. McDonald's will sell more hamburgers. Nike will sell more shoes. Market will always go up.
Yeah.
But 90% of people lose money in the stock market. How come? Stock market always go up. Why 90% people lose money? Because of their emotions.
Right.
Because people buy when they are confident.
Yeah.
People buy when economy is doing well. And when economy is doing well, when people are happy, that's when it's at the top. So people always buy the top. And every time when people are scared, they sell. And when are they scared? When it's at the low. So to make money, you must do the opposite of everyone else.
To be able to control
scared, that's when you buy. When everyone say invest, when your grandmother tell you to invest, that's when you sell.
Don't listen to grandmas, man.
Yeah. So I think it's simply in the last 26 years, that's the only thing I do. No? I just do the opposite of what everyone do, and that's how I managed to make so much money.
Well, I think this is a good advice to especially to those people who are feeling anxious and worried about the economy right now. I think they need to check in their own mindset and emotions, because that is what driving them crazy and doing stupid things right now.
Yeah. So first is that you must have the mindset. Number two, you must have the skill. So the skill is you must know how to pick good businesses.
Right.
You must know. So I mean, if you're interested, you can always take my course. I teach people how to buy good businesses.
Yeah, this is something that, guys, if you you have a very interesting newsletter that you actually give a lot of advice and tips to people.
Yep.
It's on adamkhoo.com/stay strong, right?
Yeah. So this newsletter is not
Yeah.
investing, but this newsletter is a free newsletter
Right.
where I send you powerful ideas and strategies and tools to empower your mindset and your personal skills to really overcome challenges. So I invite anyone listening to subscribe. It's free. It's
Yes,
a
I put it
weekly.
on the link at the chat section right now. You can see it and you can click and go ahead and subscribe to Adam's newsletter. That's good. Thank you for sharing that. Now, what do you envision the world after COVID-19? Because this obviously changes the game for a lot of people.
If you ask me, I think most people out there have a short-term memory. Okay,
Right.
so after it's over, yeah, people be a bit scared for a while. But I can tell you that in a year or two, people will all forget it and they'll all go back to normal. All right. I think most people are like that. But we cannot be like that.
Right.
We cannot be like that. So, Joey, you and I are very lucky because before this happened, we already do a lot of online thing already. So
Yeah.
this doesn't affect us very much. All right. In fact, I must say one thing about Joey. Joey, in terms of his digital marketing and internet marketing skill, is really very, very far ahead. All right. I remember that only 4 years ago, I started to do online marketing and online business, but Joey has done it way before I did it. So in fact, he inspired me to do a lot of online business. So we are very lucky because we can do it. But there are many people in many business, including the training business, who never go online because they keep thinking of the old way.
Yeah.
Right? And they never had the motivation because they thought, no need. Then now they're suffering.
Yeah.
Okay?
Because now it might be so difficult.
Right now,
very difficult right now if you haven't done it before.
Correct. And it's not just our business. I'll give you an example, right? Like in Singapore, I was reading there was some of these people who are property agents.
Yeah.
And even before this crisis, they were selling property online using the virtual tour.
Right.
And so now because of this lockdown, they can still sell the property using virtual tours. So they are not as affected compared to another property agent who never went online, who just sell physically.
Yes.
Right. So I think this is a wake-up call for many people that after this is over, it's a wake-up call that, hey, you better do something. Because this pandemic, you never know when it's going to happen again. No.
Yeah.
Right.
It can happen again.
That's what.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It can happen again.
Maybe next time someone eat the snake, eat the rabbit, eat the or whatever. So if this happens five, 10 years from now, you must be prepared by then. So after this, I think it's a wake-up call for many people to really start to diversify your income stream.
Wow. Yeah.
Start to think of create multiple income streams that don't depend on physical, face-to-face, that you can do online. And there's many things you can do. You can do e-commerce, you can create YouTube video, so many things you can do. So now's the time to
there's so many options out there. The funny thing is that people only want to do what's comfortable to them. I think that's the issue. People don't want to explore new things, but these options have always been available out there. And so if they just need to take one step to try, they will be able to do something new and still be able to thrive in times like this. And what I like about what you shared, so far is that you're optimistic, which is a very important mindset, at least for people to see that this, whatever, that is happening around the world right now, as long as we can keep that mindset and see the opportunities, we are still able to thrive instead of just suffering the consequences of whatever is happening outside there. I think that's an important message that I'm taking away from my discussion here with Adam. And I think obviously investment is a skill set that must be learned. I think the problem is most people, the thing in my field is people ask me, hey, when I got money luck? I said, you don't have luck if you don't learn, guarantee no luck. Correct or not? You cannot just every time also just 1 or 2 times you fluke shot make money, and you don't want to be rich for one day, you want to be rich forever, So that requires skill sets, and it can be acquired. The problem is people don't want to take the step to go and learn. And I think that is this is an important message from my discussion with you tonight, is that I think people out there, should really, find a way to acquire the skill set necessary to move forward instead of feel paralyzed in times of crisis, right? And so I hope that our discussion tonight from Adam here is able to open up your minds and tell you that this is not the end of the world. It's just some small setbacks which could easily be turned into an opportunity. All right. So let's pick some questions from the crowd, shall we? All right. So I see here. All right. We have a question from Falik. Does trading Forex at its best time now since it's recession-proof? What do you think?
Yeah, Forex is, trading Forex is something that I've been doing now for about 12 years, right? So whether it's a crisis or not crisis, it's a good skill to learn because it helps you to generate, extra income and to build your wealth as well. Yeah.
Right, good one. Okay. How about this one from Melvin Daniel Fong?
Okay. So right now, right now, I'll say it's a great time to be a value investor. Okay, because like I said, only once in 10 years, once in 20 years, we got very good companies like Amazon, like Microsoft, like Google that are selling at big discount to their intrinsic value, right? And I can tell you that to me, I don't think that this discount will last very long. I think we're going to bounce back quite fast within 3 or 4 months. Stocks will be at all-time high. That's my belief. Right. So now is really a good time to pick up good businesses. And just to share, very interesting. Some people think, but some stocks like Amazon, $2,000, right? So expensive, I cannot afford. But now, the broker allow you to buy not just one share. You can buy 0.1 share, 0.01 share. So if you cannot afford one share of Amazon, you can buy 0.1 share, which is $2.
Right.
If you cannot afford $200, you can buy 0.01 share, which is $20. So if $20, you can buy part of Amazon already.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Right. What are your, this one is about investment in government bonds. What do you think?
Personally, I won't, because to me it's a waste of time. Yeah. Because when you invest in government bonds, you're getting 2, 3, 4%, depending on the country, right? But when you invest in a good business, okay, it will return you easily, anywhere from 15, 20, 30% a year. Okay. Of course, not every year it will go up. It goes up and down. It's cyclical. But over time, your compounded annualized returns, investing in good companies, easily 15, 20, 25% return. But again, there's no free lunch in this world.
Right.
You have to spend the time to do your research, to do your homework.
Do homework, I would say you have to do some homework. You cannot just listen to something and then you don't do your own part and then expect everything to be spoon-fed to you, right?
Yeah, actually, I have a subscription service where people can subscribe and they can watch me invest live every day. The one you can subscribe. You just watch me every day. Yeah. I have a subscription on.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah.
How about this one? What's the trading psychology? Is it a different ball game?
Psychology is 70%. Whether investing long-term or trading short-term, psychology is 70%. Yeah, and yes, when money is involved, your emotions get the better of you. So you have to train up your emotions. Very, very important. So always start with small money, especially when you're trading. I always tell people, if you cannot make money with $1,000, you cannot make money with $5,000.
That's good advice.
So,
yeah.
People always think, I want to start big. No, start small first. Start with 1,000. If 1,000 is too big, start with 500.
Yeah.
Only when you can make money with 500, then you go and put 1,000.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very good advice.
It's a marathon.
Put all the money in, then problem, and you cannot make money 1,000. How to make money with more money? That's very good advice. Yeah, this one is interesting.
Okay, what's a good avenue or strategy to invest in US and China companies? All right. So I use online brokers. So one of the brokers I use is called Interactive Brokers. With Interactive Brokers, I can access about 26 markets. So I can trade Hong Kong, I can trade US, I can trade UK and all those things. And now with a lot of these online brokers, the commissions are so low that it is very, very, very cost effective compared to local brokers. Local brokers, whether Singapore, Malaysia brokers, the commissions are very, very high. So a lot of these online brokers, very low commissions, but only choose the reputable ones, right? Nowadays, there's a lot of small-time brokers that advertise, fly by night, they take your money, they run away.
That's no
So
good.
only go for brokers that are listed on the stock exchange, right? Go for the most reputable brokers. Don't go by the fly-by-night advertise on YouTube type one. That one, not good. Yeah.
Okay. And this was second part of his question is how often do you buy during this time of uncertainty? Just now you answer, right? Every day, right?
I'm actually buying every day. Every day I'm buying. Yeah, literally. This morning I just spent another 50,000 buying a lot of the banks in Singapore and buying the REITs in Singapore. Later when the market opens, but I may not buy tonight because I found that it's gone up a bit too far. So I'm waiting for it to come down a bit in the next few days to add more shares. Yeah, but I've been buying
a lot of patience to actually, contrary to what people think, you actually need a lot of patience, and you got to be steady when you're doing this on investments, right?
Very patient. You cannot have the FOMO. FOMO is a fear of missing out. You must. I always say it's a stock. It's like a girl. You never chase the girl. Let the girl come to you. Never chase the stock. Let the stock come to you. If the stock don't come to you, walk away. Find another stock that will come to you.
Right. That's good, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely understand. All right. We pick a few more questions, right?
No, I don't trade cryptocurrencies. Not at all. Yeah. I for investing, it's only stocks and REITs, and for trading, I swing trade stocks, options, and forex. I don't do crypto. Yeah.
All right. Okay, this is interesting. Big fan. What do you see? Probably the Great Depression and probably a bank in Europe go bankrupt in the next 2 years.
I'm an optimist. All right. So to me, I think this recession is going to be very short and very sharp. It's going to be over very fast. That's my view.
There's a lot of naysayers out there, right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay, right. That's
doomsday people all the time. There are always doomsday people every year, not just this year, every year. But it's good for me. I like doomsday people because these doomsday people will cause the retail people to sell in panic so I can buy from them very cheap. So thank you for the doomsday people.
Right. So, well, thank you so much, right, Adam. Maybe you want to give one last piece of advice to everyone who's watching you here. Besides, they sign up for your newsletter. Is there anything they should remember from our discussion here tonight?
Yeah. So always remember that every crisis will end. Right. Every recession will end. It's always darkest before the dawn. Always remember that. Yeah. And always remember, this is an old saying that, in every crisis, there's always an opportunity. It is not the events or the circumstances that determine your destiny. It is how you choose to respond to the events that determine your destiny. And I think it's something that Joey has been saying all the time also. So
absolutely. I agree.
We're both saying the same thing.
Good. Thank you so much, Adam. Thank you for your time, your generosity.
Right, thanks for
sharing, your knowledge with everyone. Thank you. All right, guys, remember to sign up for Adam's newsletter, and he teaches on investing regularly, and I think he's one of the greatest minds that you can learn from in Asia. If you're interested, please get in touch with Adam. Thank you, Adam, and good night.
Thank you. All right. Good night. Thank you.